all the monies have gone into the medicines and the mosquito nets and all the things that they need to do. The motorcycles is the transportation that's getting it out there, and that's a great spot for motorcycle sport to be in. I think we should all support it, and so this is our first project, and if it goes the way we think it will go, we would hope to come back and maybe do something like this, maybe once a year, have one nice big project that we can provide you. So, we're very proud of it, and then we're nice to the reaction that we had to it, and that's a good positive. So. Before we get to the heart of the drawing of the evening, I want to mention a couple of upcoming events that Riders is either sponsoring or is a beneficiary of to include in your calendar for this year. On May 8th, there's going to be an event in Monterey at the Quail Lodge. It's the Quail Lodge Motorcycle Gathering. It's classic bikes. There's going to be an auction. It's a whole day seeing some bikes that have come out of collections that you don't get a chance to see often. And it's a benefit for Riders for Health. On the day before Laguna Seca race practice begins, that's Thursday, July 22nd, Riders has its premier fundraising event in the U.S. And it's a full day of events at Laguna Seca. It takes up all day that Thursday, beginning with a ride through Monterey Peninsula, the Carmel Valley area, come back and have a gourmet lunch, and spend the afternoon with Randy Momola and riders, MotoGP riders coming over when they can take breaks from their preparations for the race, to learn about what's going on in MotoGP from an insider's point of view. And then Randy takes this group out and walks the pit lane and looks in all the pit boxes and talks about what the latest equipment is and what's new with the riders and so forth. It's an amazing afternoon. We also, if you bring your bike, we take you out on the track for a couple of laps. And the whole that day ends at about 4 o'clock with an auction of memorabilia signed by riders who have just come over to sign it in person. And oftentimes you'll get a chance not only to get somebody's autograph, but on the gloves that they wore at the last race and be handed the gloves by the riders so that you get your picture taken with them in a moment. That happens frequently. Well, that day is the principal fundraiser for riders in the year, and it's the most exclusive ticket in motorcycling in the U.S., and we have open spots yet to fill. So any of you who are interested in that kind of experience to start off your MotoGP weekend, there's nothing like it. We have a card on the table that will tell you all the events and everything you need to know to sign up. And then finally, I want to mention that Riders has started a whole new program this year, which I think is really exciting. It's providing opportunities for riders from around the world to come to Africa and spend 10 days on one of the bikes that the healthcare workers will be using, riding through a country in Lesotho in South Africa, and soon we hope to have a trip in Kenya, riding for 10 days with people from other passionate riders from all over the world on a trip to see the beauty of Africa and visit the projects that riders support in these various countries, and have an experience of a lifetime, all as a benefit to riders. And the cost of the trip is designed so that 40% of what you pay for the trip it actually contributes to the riders program that you're going to visit, and the bike that you're riding is being bought by you to donate to some program in that country. So this is an amazing, brand new trip. We did the very first one last November, and that opportunity is available to all of you to come to Africa. The first one I think will be this coming October in Lesotho, and soon to be followed up with a trip in Kenya. So let that percolate a bit, and add that to one of the life experiences you don't want to miss. Because not only will you get a chance to see what Riders does, you'll get the most extraordinary sort of benefit of this kind of trip is that you'll be riding with a group of men and women who probably come from 5, 6, 7 different countries from all over the world who are just as passionate as you are about riding and having an adventure in Africa, who are likely to become friends of yours for the rest of your life. So that is something not to be missed, and I encourage you to go to the Riders website, which is ridersplural.org, and you can get information about those opportunities. I'd love to see many of you could make it out in Africa one day. So thank you.
All right, time for the raffle drawing. Yay! We got a lot of prizes, and I'm just going to start by, this is a Yamaha hat, courtesy of Track Days, the premier track day organization in